Back for another edition. Friday night sips. Some tunes started here. All right. I'll start off tonight with something pretty special. New bottle, Safai. It's through the Appalachian Bourbon Club pick. Hazmat, 144 proof, 9 year. I thought about trying to sell this bottle, um, but didn't really get a lot of bites on it. But that means I get to drink a great whiskey. So, see how it goes. So I am trying to get ready for Milwaukee next week. So I'll probably just play new courses unless somebody chimes in and wants to see something older specifically, which is fine. Happy to do that. Let's warm up with something easy. All right. It's too spicy. Every bit of 144 proof. All right. So most of you guys know Machu. Hole number one, not too much to it. Just make sure I have the right clubs. Yeah, I'm good. Just try to get as far up and as far right in the fairway as I can. Usually leaves you with a little punch type shot. Actually, kind of like this with backspin, it might have a better chance of going in. Oof, just miss. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I had some weird storms this evening here. It's getting that time of year where it's temperatures drastically shifting day to day and tornadoes pop up. No tornadoes today, fortunately, just some rain, lightning. All right, this whole it's one where you can kind of overthink it if you're kind of into that. But usually pretty straightforward, either three wood or driver. And hole three is almost a carbon copy of hole two. It's just a little bit shorter. So it's just a matter of figuring out our wind here. 7 miles per hour, that's worth about 14 yards usually. So got 141, kind of puts us between clubs here. Uh, So this will be 157. Yeah, let's hit a 7 iron. A little safe, but when you don't have those great looks, good numbers, just kind of take your putt and move on. Trying to figure out what I think about this whiskey. It's not cheap. I think this bottle was 365, so certainly not cheap. Uh, I partially bought it thinking I'd be able to sell it, which I probably could have, but my original posting didn't get any bites, and I just kind of decided it's whiskey. Let's just drink it. Not in this hobby to make money. I'm in this hobby to enjoy good whiskey. So let's just do that. All right, hole five. This one is a lot easier on this season than it was on the previous. I'm like probably go with the longer club here and just kind of thumb it. Didn't give the wind enough credit there. Oh, been a week. Hole six. You have exactly two options on this hole. You can either play up onto this little platform, which is what we're going to do on this one because we've got a good, we don't really need a ton of spin. This is rough, so you don't get a lot of spin out of there. With the pin being in the back into the wind, that's not going to hurt us. The other option, the pin's in the front. You can play to this platform, get more spin. But like I said, this is a good setup for this play. Just play it as far up on that as you can get it. And then our wind is going to help us add spin, basically. Ooh, that was a really bad shot. Warm up game. All right, let's see if we can save it with a chip here. No, not quite. All right, so that's a 1 over through 6. That's pretty bad for this course, but again, warm up game. Grant ourselves a little slack. So we got 16 yards of wind, more or less. So I'd put this at 263, which is just about right. I'll move it just a hair left to account for that. Give it a run. Thus missing uh that shot on 6. We kind of have to chase. Got to find one here. This hole is drivable sometimes. Obviously not with this look, but there are looks where it's like 405. That's drivable most of the time. This one you're just playing it 2 shots. Nothing too fancy. Some points. Was actually hoping that this whiskey was going to blow my socks off right out of the water, but it's not. Um, it's not bad. All right, hole nine. Just want to get it around this corner if we can. So let's just kind of hit it as hard as we can. Yeah, for the price and the hype on this whiskey, I was kind of expecting it to have angel wings. I think it's gonna need some time. Being 144 proof, it wouldn't surprise me. Right now, it's kind of just ethanol. Still searching for that makeup. It's a one over front nine, but on this course, there's a lot of opportunities, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, in this kind of hole, we have options. We can either play the 8.5 degree driver a little softer, or we can play the 10.5 degree driver a little harder. I like this because it's going to come in higher, that downhill. I don't want the 8.5 to just kind of scoot off the back. So I'll try and just play this maybe like a 120. Got my number. Need a little bit more. That's fine though. Trying to see if they gave any. I can't remember the information on the mash. I'm pretty sure it's a 4 grain with like a honey toasted malt. Another weird number. So we're kind of getting screwed with the setup tonight. How about you? All right. I really need to play some bad rounds for get my handicap down so that when I get to Milwaukee, I have a little bit better chance in the handicap tournament. All right. This hole, there's two plays. So sometimes with the wind, you can just play it up through these two pillars, or I guess two platforms. If you can get it up in the middle of those, that's a good shot. This look, we're not going to get that. So we're going to play over to this island. It's going to make our second shot a little harder, but that's okay. Yeah, we didn't want to be in the rough, but that's not going to kill us. Being in the rough, we're not going to get a ton of spin. Yeah, it's probably about as best as we could expect. Oops. All right, still chasing that makeup shot. It's a pretty long look for this hole. Often this is a 10.5 degree driver. It still could be, but I don't really see a reason to try to mash that. So what we're going to try to do is just kind of land this on the left edge of the green, and it should spin, bounce and spin right. Way too soft. Sure exactly what I did wrong there, but it was not good. Saved it with the chip. We'll survive. I like this new glass I got from Cask and Point. It's one of the Patreon groups that I support. He picked some very good, very expensive whiskey, most of which is too good for my palate. Um, but I still like to pretend that I know what I'm talking about once in a while. Come on. Oh, we needed that. Still tied for first. I'm surprised that we got nobody that's playing clean in this round so far. All right, this hole is kind of weird. Um, it's so far uphill, it's kind of deceptive. It plays a lot longer than it looks. So even with the downwind, I'm gonna play this pretty full. This isn't one we're gonna get super close, but if we get a reasonably straight putt, we're happy. It's fine. Oh, I thought I missed that. I would have flipped my machine and threw it out the window. Just kidding. This whole if there's a reliable play to get there in two, I don't know it. Unless there's a just a straight out win. Sometimes you can get over this. I just don't personally feel like the juice is worth the squeeze to try to flirt with that landing strip. So I 9 times out of 10 I just lay up. Kind of frowned upon in the Golden Tee community, but I like my chances. I think I got a better chance of making my third shot from the fairway for eagle than I do of hitting that little strip. So it is what it is. That's it. A little hard. I like to chip these when they're uphill. Just because sometimes with the uphill out of the fringe, you get some weird like extra breaks. All right, we have the click chip look here. So this is just a matter of getting the number correct. All right, 51. This is a 5 click for me. Sit there. All right. That hole really like it'd be nice to make it, obviously, but anytime we get a putt, we're pretty happy on that hole. And then 18 on this course is pretty straightforward. You do need to pay attention just because it is tiered. Anything back in the back, you would think it would come down, but it really doesn't. So let's see. Just kind of hit like a decently hard forward, just angle it left a little bit. That's the risk. Spinning it all the way down. All right, we got to make this. So we got 17 yards up the hill. So I'm going to give this one extra click. So it's going to be a 4. Ah, missed it. All right. So we finished 2 over on that round. 26. Second place. Not the best, but it's our first round of the night, first round of the day. All right. Now, Alaska, if people aren't familiar with this game, Alaska is one of the harder courses in this season. So probably the second hardest behind Gunnison. It's there, but it requires a lot of precise shots, a lot of wind play. So we'll see how we do. This is almost drivable look. Maybe it is drivable. So we're just gonna try and get this as close to that green as we can. Just angle this just a hair right. Was drivable. All right, two definitely drivable. Got to hit it pretty good. Got a wind into our face, which will help slow the ball down when it gets to the green. Sit. Take that. In this hole, you've got options. You can, unless there's like a crazy wind into your face, you can always get to the green from this shorter fairway, even though it may not look that way, at least with Cosmos. The easier, I guess, like the more preferred shot would be to hit this island up here. That's what we're gonna go for. I think I hit that way too hard. Sit, 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 sit. Got away with it. Gonna put ourselves in an awkward position distance-wise here. Hit a little cut there to try to take some of the distance off that club. A little baby cut on any club takes some of the distance off, doesn't go as far as it reads. So sometimes when you're between clubs, you can just club up and do that. All right. It's already hitting us with some decent wind here. So we got a 12 mile per hour out to the right wind. We can either, I think we just take the guaranteed birdie here, I think. Part of me wanted to hit it like a cut back into that wind to get a little closer, but name of the game on Alaska, in my opinion, is just take your medicine. All right, this hole is the first one where you really get tested. Let's see. I hate hitting the 8.5 here if I don't have to. I'm gonna try to hit a hard, high 10.5. Worked out pretty good. Really good, actually. I don't like the 8.5 just because it comes in so low. It almost like just always wants to skip. skip over the green. So you want something that's going to land a little softer. All right, this one is drivable sometimes, not with this wind. We don't even have. Usually there's a so all right. So let's just go through this hole. So typically, first thing you want to look at outwind. This is drivable. We don't have an outwind. Oftentimes you can hit it into that lighter grass up there past my cursor. Can't do that with this wind. So man, we are really kind of screwed on this look. See how close we can get on it. I think I might try this anyway. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I don't really see a better option. Oh, it worked fine. So you can see, as long as you can get past those trees, it's an easy shot for your second. Go in. Let's go. All right, so now we're working on a one better. So when you get one of those, you want to keep your foot down. You want to start playing safe. Man, all right. Tough look again. This is so we got options. We could either try to hit some sort of wedge here. Don't like that really. So I'm gonna take what might be the more conservative play. I'll try to hit a click chip. So we got 60 yards. That should be 6 clicks. Stay. All right. But you missed the putt. So we just gave away that one better. That's the kind of stuff that I just do all the time. I have to clean up. All right. Push this a little left. Let the wind bring it back. Hit too hard. It's another tough hole. This is a pretty easy look though. Usually the tee is a little bit left of this, and you gotta like bend it around these trees. This actually looks like we could play it almost straight. I think we could play this straight. Nope. Boy, you look dumb now. Wind didn't do a single thing. All right, so we're one off. That's a really bad miss. That easy of a look on that hole. You gotta make your eagle there, but at least we made the chip. All right, can't do anything about it now. Guess we got our crosswind here. I'm actually gonna try a full back into this. Not terrible, not great. Saved it with a putt. Certainly would have liked to not have that difficult of a putt on that hole, but tis what it is. Man, this is a tough look too. Okay, so we can either try to play something kind of soft. Let's see what that looks like. I kind of like that. Or we can try to play something a little more aggressive with a 9 iron and let it kick down and forward. I feel like this hole always plays a little longer than it says on the card. So I'm gonna try this, just kind of medium thumb. Yeah, I'll take that. Played it right. Just realizing, give me one sec here. Figure out my trackball cameras. Messed up here. I just unplug it and replug it. It's gonna kill it for now. It's frustrating. It's been a long time getting that set up. All right, back to it. Pretty easy look here. Just gonna kind of hit the stud straight, let the wind push it. I do not understand how that didn't go further with that amount of wind. But we must not question Golden Tee though. Brutal look on this hole. So this hole obviously has a island green. We've got a 16 mile per hour wind to contend with. Did not hit that well. All right. Anything on the green we will be happy with here. This is a tough shot. Do I want to just hit it straight left or do I want to try and curve it back in? I think I just try to hit it straight left and just catch a corner. Take that. Very happy with that. So again, gonna chip this being uphill out of the fringe. Miss it too. That's a good job. All right, one over. Mm. Don't love the 9 iron with this wind. I think I'm gonna go 8 iron, back tee, low tee box. Ooh, almost made it. One over through 14. We'll survive. Could make it up here somewhere, not on this hole. All right, this is the hole that kind of makes or breaks your round usually, in my opinion. Um, this isn't the toughest look. I think we can kind of just hit this straight, like high tee, just kind of push it a little right and let the wind push it back. Anything on the green here, we're very happy with. That's not even too bad. It's not on the green, but we can chip that. All right, eagle on that hole. We take 100% of the time. Another tough hole. Just, just not. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, I've just. Mm, so I totally whiffed the ball there, and now I can't even get there in two. Tough enough hole without doing that. Okay, 149. Let's say there's 25 yards of wind because it's like a 30, but it's not quite. So this should be about right, actually. Ah, that sucks. What a stupid mess. Yeah, tough two holes left. It's a pretty good look, though. This is not a bad. I've actually never seen it over here. Usually you're playing from over somewhere over here or somewhere over here. So it's like straight on look is not bad at all, really. So let's do our math. We got so it'd be 28 minus a little because it's slightly off center. It should be about right. Push the slower right. Not bad at all. All right. See if we can get our eagle on 18. I suck at this hole. but it is possible. Can usually go either way. This wind, though, it's got to be this way. There's no way I'm gonna be able to cut it back into that wind. I feel like I always end up hitting this too far. Again, clockwork. All right, let's make a chip. 32. Let's hit a 9 wood here. Get some loft. Should be divided by 8. Should be 4. Quite good enough. Loft. All right, so what's up? 2 over 26. I mean, if you offer me 26 before playing Alaska, I'm taking it every time, so I can't be too mad. Just really kind of irritated about that one bad drive. All right, let's find a different whiskey here. Check in first. Be right back. I'm gonna go with this Barrel King picture, sort of. Voltron. So this is blended by Matt Porter. Um, if you have never watched the YouTube channel ADHD Whiskey, I would highly recommend it. I find his commentary very funny and insightful. He knows a ton about whiskey and he does it in a really fun way. Love that channel. Highly recommend it. And this whiskey was blended by him. Okay, let's talk about this. So, Hawkeye, hole number one, this is probably not drivable with this wind. It's almost always drivable, but at this point, we're just trying to get a good chip. So I'm just going to hit 7 degree driver, get up as close as I can, and the bunker is good. And then we try to make this. Okay, so 819, 8 iron is three per click for me. So this is 6. We're gonna give it 8 though, because we got to go out of the sand and uphill. So we're gonna give it 2 extra. Missed it. Got a bad backswing there. All right. That's not technically over par, but it really feels like you kind of missed one there, just given the fact that the chip was right there. Keep hearing that there's a play through the trees with the 7 degree driver. I don't really know what it is, but it's no better time to find out, I guess. That's not terrible. Give me a chip. All right, we're just gonna miss chips today. Those are shots that you just really need to make to be competing at the highest levels. Okay, we've got an uphill par three. Um, Not really too much wind to speak of. Hmm, Thought I'd get a little bit more spin on that. If you're playing Cosmos, your play here is always just hit it high and left of this barn. Gives you a little punch shot. Good chance to make one here. Ah, okay, this hole, God, another one, weird one. I don't know. We'll try it. So a lot of times, this is drivable with 7-degree driver. You're just kind of land it in the first fairway and it'll bounce. Don't, this seems like a lot, but let's try it. It's good. I don't think it was there anyway. Now we know. Man, my chipping is brutal right now. Hands feel a little dry. Quite getting a good grip on the ball. Tough start. Hole six. There's a play over here. I just don't like it anymore. I used to like that on the old looks, but or on the old season, I guess I should say. But now I just played up here. It's always fine. All right, what we got? Like we've paid our dues with awkward distances tonight. Goodness. Six was way too much. Nine wood's not quite enough. Take that. Probably could have gotten a little closer. I'd have taken a backswing, but it is what it is. All right, two over through seven. Arguably maybe three, but two for sure. One bad swing. Okay, 279. This wind, about right. I'm gonna be aggressive with this. Give it a run. Soul's pretty straightforward. The name of the game here is just basically try to line yourself up with that gap and stay short of it. Being perfectly lined up is not that big of a deal. Usually the corn isn't a problem. I want to hit that a little harder. Go in the water. Mm, got away with one there. Aljaz, one better. Beatty, even. Me, two over. That's whole I almost always just play left. Sometimes if there's like a straight right to left wind, I'll play up into this dirt just to flatten out the wind. But in this case, I'm just gonna play up to the left. Doesn't help us with the wind, but nothing was going to, so just try to push this left behind it. Let it come back. Yeah, didn't play enough left. Hit our 5 iron just kind of hard here. Not bad. Got options on this hole. One option is just play here. Nothing wrong with that. It's just kind of an awkward landing spot. Anything that's a little too far will roll into that water. The more, the easier drive is to just play it in this corn. And the nice thing about this corn is it doesn't actually exist as far as the game is concerned. So you can hit directly into it and nothing will happen. All you have to worry about is the dirt here. So the dirt takes some distance off, but retains most of the spin. There we go. Got one back. I don't really think about the fact that I'm just throwing my email out there for everybody, but my 10 subscribers seem trustworthy. This hole gets me more than any other hole on this course, but this is a pretty easy look. All right. Yeah, we're just gonna try and land this right of the pin. Boy, I thought that was still somehow short. 108 outwind. 6 wood is a weird club. Just the distances you get are so strange. All right, we're within one of the leader. Just need to find one more. 15 might be the one. It's a tough hole, so that's one you can make up a shot if you hit a if you hit a good one. This hole is a pretty easy look for what we had set up there. What you don't want to see on this hole is like a big side to side wind or a big into the wind. Those are tougher. Okie dokie, 15, as we talked about. Tough shot, tough hole. If we pick one up here, or if we make eagle here, I feel like it feels like we're picking one up on the field. But I don't know, because I don't know if high six wood gets over that tree, but we're about to find out. Go a little, go a little, go a little. All right. It's not on the green, but tough hole. We'll take our chance at a chip here. So we got a 14. Had to get. All right. Two over. All right. Let's talk about hole 16. Hole 16, you got really two options. You either play it up this fairway or you play it over here. Just depending on the wind. I think for this wind, that pin, just gonna hit it around this corner. Okay, so I just gotta control our distance. Go a little, go a little, go a little. Not a good shot. Good result. Bad shot. Ooh, this is tough. Right to left, 16-mile-per-hour wind. We got a tree over here, so we can't even start it there. We got a right to left green, 7 degrees. It's the old hit and pray. I'm gonna go low T, just kill some amount of the wind. Right bunker would be pretty good. Skip over. Sit, 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 sit. No. Brutal shot. In. So Beatty and Aljaz both got that one. That's a hell of a birdie. Just gotta take your hat off to that. Give me a bucket of balls. I'm making that maybe 10% of the time. Right. Easy look on this hole. Usually you gotta bend that around the tree one way or the other, but with the wind and the tee box, got the easy look there. It's 24. That's not a score I'm gonna be happy with on Hawk very often. 17 was brutal, but that uh par on what was it, five? Can't have that. And that miss on 15. It's another lost stroke. So all right, Acoma is the easiest course. This is one where you're pretty much always trying to get 30 under par. It's really not too much to get you on this one. Hole one is just get as close as you can, trying to make a chip. Didn't hit that very good. Should be more like 150 on that one. I think I'm actually gonna try this punch. The reason I'm not gonna try and click chip this is because if you see that like area just short of the green, it's got a lot of slope to it. Hard to kind of predict the way that that's gonna bounce. So I'd rather just kind of land this a little bit behind it and hopefully come back. Yeah, didn't hit it hard enough. All right, nobody got that one. So even though it felt like one we probably should have gotten, didn't hurt us. Two is always either a six or a nine wood, depending on the wind. It's gonna be a high nine wood, so kind of half a cut. You'll see the green's a little elevated, so you got to play a little harder than you think. Yeah, it's not quite sharp yet tonight. Make our chips though. Cover up for poor play tee to green. Not much to this hole, other than it just plays longer than you think because it's uphill. All right, we got always have two options on this hole, depending on the wind. What we're looking for here is we want to just hit straight into the wind if we can, or with the wind. So if we played it over here, we'd have a crosswind. If we played over here, though, we've got pretty much a straight wind into the green, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, a little bit longer shot, but we don't mind that. We'll take that. This is gonna spin right at first, and then it's gonna drift left. I think playing this just a hair left of the pin is the play. Eh, when you get looks like that, you're really trying to make them, or at least get great shot points, because those are the tiebreakers in the matches. This hole is always exactly the same play. High 10.5 degree driver. Not much exciting on this hole. We're gonna play backspin. Just try to hit this a little bit behind and left of this pin. Let it come back. Too much. Still tied for first. Like I said before, this course is pretty vanilla until you get to maybe like 15. Oh, somebody got that one. So drop down to second place. Somebody hold that one out. This hole is always just high and as hard as you can hit. 8.5 degree driver. Little downhill, little into the wind. That was poor. This look I just really hate. Like I still have not figured out exactly what they want me to do on this. So when you've got the super long look on this hole, 8.5 isn't gonna grab. So I think what they want is a hard high 10.5, but still just doesn't feel right. Let's see. That worked out. Oh, you can't do that. That would have put me tied for first. Missing putts is just so demoralizing. Will just compound my errors. Just trying to hit that. If you hit this corner of the fairway, you're fine. If you hit the rough, not so much. So now I just have to try to hit it as hard as I can and maybe get a putt. Get up there. Gotta move it. With this wind, I don't want a high tee. I want to preserve the spin. I'm trying to land this kind of like, trying to land this basically at that little like indent that's just right of the pin. I think if I land it there, backspin, it should kick left and have a chance to go in. Ah, that wasn't it. Again, two plays on this hole, depending on wind and so on and so forth. You either play it to this corner, like as far to the somewhere between these two. So you want to be as far to the right on the throw as possible, Or you play it up into the sand, which is what I'm gonna do. I want to be just left of those trees. That might be too far left. Stay there. Don't go down the hill. Okay, that's fine. Not my best work. That was also not my best work. Braced it with a good putt, but man, that was two bad shots. Par three, not much to this. All right, what we got here? Just hit it over the hill. Going. Mm, some points at least. Who's ahead of me? Aglio Iolio. Let's see who that is. Let's see here. Nickname Aglio. James Bradwell in Calgary, Alberta. Don't know James. Would like to meet James someday. This hole just hit it over this hump. Even if it hits it, still kicks down. It's fine. Ooh, thought I'd get more spin on that. That was a bad shot. Save it with a chip, but as easy as this course is, I shouldn't be needing to save it as much as I have. All right, this hole can be a little tricky just because everything slopes right, everything slopes into the water. We're gonna go left in the tee box. Yeah, we're gonna go forward. We're gonna just push it just slightly left. Oh, if that flew one more, let's take a look at that. Oh, yeah, good to see it. If that flew one more yard, it would have been perfect, but it hit the sand instead of the grass. All right, Crimey River. Missed the putt too. Tiered greens, putting is tough, so you gotta make sure you're on the right tier. This is a pretty awful round for as easy as this course is and as easy as it's been set up. Really no excuse for that. Everybody just want to land on the right edge of the screen. Nope. That was well. At least we get all of our bad shots out of the way. All right, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna do 8 clicks on this. Almost. So if you remember when I said you're always shooting for 30 on this course, we're well below that. This has been a absolute disaster. Hmm. All right, 25-ish miles per hour or 25-ish yards of wind. This would be 90. What would that be? 90, 82. Hmm. Let's try something crazy just because we're already 1,000 over par. Well, that was. I don't need to say anything about it. We all saw it. It happened. Yikes. 4 over 17, I think. And this is actually not a super easy look for this hole. Yikes. Oh, that's a bad round. Let's hope we don't do that again. Well, we had 26 on all 3 courses, I think, right? 2 bad 26s and 1 good 26. I am quite sure we will not have 26 on this course. Gunnison is it's different. All right. Well, we do have the drivable look on 1, so that's something. Almost made it. Okay. This wind and this elevation, this is not going to go very far. Come on. Yeah. Oh, the song is awful. What's happening right now? New playlist time. All right. 82 yards. Boy, this feels like Go with the release. This Aglio guy is just haunting me right now. He hold out one of those. This hole has really been pissing me off lately. It's like you either like play back in that first fairway, and then you can't get there, or you hit it in the heavy rough, and then you can't get there, depending on the wind. But man, really irritates me. Feels like that should be there more than it is. Maybe there's like a skip shot. I don't know. I'll find out in a couple of days. Brutal. Tucked all the way behind the mountain. All right. Our only goal in this hole is just get a putt. So even if we're like way on the right side of the screen, so be it. We just don't want to hit the mountain and we don't want to end up in the water. Crushed it. Oh God. Still made the chip, but I need something good to happen here. Like tough look. Bend it around this corner a little bit. Go on. Oh gosh. Give me one sec. Gotta go pull another whiskey. Makers. I haven't had a makers on in forever. This is the Keepers release 2025. I don't actually remember anything about this. Obviously we did, but I don't remember if I like this or not. I typically like makers. 109 proof. Not much else information on the bottle. Alrighty, hole seven. I struggle with this one a lot. I feel like I say that on every hole on this course, but this one always feels like it should be there. And it probably is. With this look, like it's a full cut back, like a half push out, maybe. Ah, didn't get around the corner. pretty flat in front of this though, so it's a good candidate for a nice click chip. 34. I'm gonna give it one extra, so this is gonna be 5. Oof, not good at all. You missed that too. Gosh. Hmm. Get over it. Take it all. Holy sh. That was tough. All right, I'm gonna get through this round. I don't want to, but I will. Oh no. It is just not going well. All right. Typically, we'd be a little further up and we have a straight shot through this, but that's not what we have. So we're gonna do. We're gonna bail on this round. At this point, it's just doing more damage than good. Let's run it back though. Can't let it beat us. Definitely got me on that one. Drop my handicap and everything. Alrighty. One down. The better wind on this look. See what our punch options look like here. Not great, really. So I think we're just gonna hit a regular wedge. Don't love doing that with this wind, but that was our best chance to make it. Ooh, interesting. I'm gonna try a quick chip here. Why not, right? Everything else has gone so well for me. I'm gonna give it one extra, I think. Right over the cup. Save the putt at least. All right, let's try the opposite approach. So theoretically, if we hit it up and left on this fairway, maybe there's a shot. If it's there, it's a full. I don't think it's there though. Yeah, I think that might just be the case that this hole is not always there, which was unusual for a par five. So there's something I just don't see. Friendlier wind. Take that. Decent wind for this one. Time I hit thumbs tonight, I'm just not getting the miles per hour that I'm used to. It's like super dry. Just feel like I'm not getting a good connection with the trackball. All right, what do we got here? It's a chip. Oh, my chipping is just terrible. Mhm. Here, we've got a 8 mile per hour outwind. So what we want to do is try to be a little bit past the chasm so that we're kind of um, playing back left of it and letting the wind. Not hard to envision, but like second shot is gonna have left to right wind, so we want to be a little bit further past it so that we can push it left and let the wind float it. If that makes sense. Pretty happy with that. So now we can just kind of push it just a hair left and let the wind float it. Had zero messages in the chat tonight. It's a pretty friendly pin and tee box. Often it's to the right, the tee box, and the pin is tucked back behind this rock face. It's uphill. I don't, oh gosh. Being uphill, I don't really want to hit 4 iron because it's gonna come up short, I think. But 9 wood always flies a little bit, so this is kind of a shot under duress. Where'd it end up? Eh, definitely could have been worse. Definitely could have been better. Soul's always the same now. Just hit it up second fairway. Oh, anything long of this is gonna be dead. Trying to think if I missed a shot. I guess I missed a shot on. I think I missed a shot on 3. It's that par 5 that I wasn't couldn't tell if it was reachable or not. Sometimes that hole can be a tricky. That was a pretty favorable look. Oftentimes they'll tuck that pin behind way in the left side and you have to hit a big like full cut into it. All right. We got a decently tough look on this one. Got to cut it back into this wind. I didn't cut it off. Son of a gun. All right, traditional style chip here. I don't see a quick chip option for me. And leave it in the bunker. That's what you want to do. It's the pro move. At least I made the second one, but gosh, what an embarrassment. I hope my family never sees this stream. All right. So there is technically a play through this little channel. I'm not of the skill level that I even mess with that. I just play around. That's kind of where a hole where I'm kind of conceding one to the elite players, but I'll take my birdie there. It is what it is. Another hole where I wish I had a better strategy, but I don't. I used to always play this hole, at least on the last season, I would play up here. And this one, always play it down here. Missed that again. It shouldn't hurt me though. This wind doesn't do really anything from down here. So just play this a little bit right to account for the left 7 slope. Stay up. Oh, ending up on that green face is the worst thing that can happen to you on this hole. It's kind of bad luck. If that would have gone down further, I could have had a chance at making that. Oh well, another tough hole. There's a lot to say about it. Just a good shot if you can. It's pretty good. Then 18 is the worst hole in Golden Tee. I will die on this hill. There's nothing good about this design. Your best bet is playing up for a lay. There's playing for a layup, a lucky layup. I didn't even get that. So I'll be playing for par now. Which, honestly, for this hole isn't even the worst thing. I've done way worse than par, so I don't know. I'm not sure really who this hole is designed for or who thought it was a good idea. I'm all for tough holes, but I'm not for just masochistic holes. All right, let's finish out the extended cycle. Got 3 more courses. Helping my handicap though. It's down to 27.9 now. Alrighty, Kings Canyon, hole number one. Typically, typically you're just playing for a chip, like a second shot. On the shorter looks, you can try to play up into this. If you can get up into that darker sand stuff, that's a pretty easy chip from there. This look, that's not really going to be of too much help for us. We'll just play down here. I'm gonna hit a punch. I'm gonna hit roll and just see what happens. What? I don't know if there was a little weirdness with the trackball there. Not really sure what happened on that first hole. It was really weird. Like hitting it straight and it went not straight. All right, let's see where we end up with a weird start like that. 4. 4 is always there, but sometimes you hit a weird, you don't hit a great shot and miss it. All right. I think 6 wood gets over this. I'm just gonna push it up here, right? Oh gosh. 'If I make one more boneheaded error like that, I'm gonna replay this course. Something, I guess. Only gets me one back of the 4 or 5 I've already missed. But Better than not getting it back, I suppose. Get there. I, I don't understand why it's not. I only hit that 130 and I hit that hard, I thought. Maybe I need to wipe the trap ball off. Just not getting the reads that I would expect. The swings I feel like I'm putting on it. In this hole, you have options. You can go around if you want, but you can also just easily go over. I think forward should be, yeah, forward should be plenty high enough. And then you have this shot, which I think we can hit a full here. Not terrible. All right, couple super weird things and a couple bad shots. We're one, two, three, four, five, six over, I think. All right, this one's not there. Sometimes drivable. What what the hell? Let's try it. Quite confident this is not drivable, but that's what rounds like this are for. It's gotta click the rock, kick forward. Oh, thought maybe if I could get far enough right on that rock, it would kick forward onto the green. All right, King's Canyon again. Not four put the first green or whatever that was before. Here we go. Hmm. Give it a run. And we made the putt. So we're like four strokes ahead of last time. Clean through two, doing leaps and bounds better. Need to hit that harder. Okie dokie. I hate when they tuck it on the right. 'Cause it's like almost impossible to get close to. Pick down, pick down. Take that. Let's go. All right, doing okay through what is it, four? Yep. Don't like this hole. It's so uncomfortable. Take the eagle. Wasn't the best tee shot for sure, but you make the putt, doesn't matter. I don't know. Something's not going right. I don't ever hit at 128. This hole is very tough. There is like I mean, I carry the seven hybrid specifically for this hole, but sometimes there's looks that that doesn't even work for. Like there was no way I was getting seven hybrid there. So try to hit a nine wooder on the corner and didn't go well. Guess one over through eight, technically speaking. Ooh, give it a run. One over through nine, 15 under. It's not gonna kill me. Gotta keep it up. Couple tough ones coming in. This is definitely not there. So I'm not even gonna mess with those. Alright, is what it is on that one. Okay, like I said before, this is always 6 or 9 wood. I think this is 9 wood. Actually, I like this to go in. This backs or headwind. Spin. Ah, it was there. There's definitely a play there where you can try to skip it over. I just, A, I'm not carrying the right club, and B, I just don't feel like it's worth it for my skill level. I'd much rather take the birdie and or the chance to hole out for eagle from the fairway. I'm gonna hit this low. I'm gonna push it left and chase it up that hill. Good run. We can eat this. It's a putt. Hard to get that all the way over there. 109, so it's gonna play like three. Too high. I would like to have made that putt, but I think this is the toughest hole on this course. You either have to hit a low 3 wood or a low driver. This wind is actually pretty favorable though. Oh, I didn't push it far enough left. Where was the wind on that? I sometimes I just get ugh. I feel like my second shot was a lot better than the result. I don't know how the wind doesn't push that. Chances. 15 is so frustrating. Get over it. I think if I hit this hard, it should counteract the wind and just kind of stick in the middle of the green. It's fine. 26 is on the table. 18 is sometimes drivable. Ooh, not drivable. God, I hate this look. Do with this stupid look. Tough break on that one. I guess it was drivable still. Sure didn't look like it. Just hemorrhage strokes at the end of that one. All right. I think I'm gonna do one more. I don't know if I'm gonna finish the cycle. A little tired. So Celtic and call it a night. Celtic's been teasing me for 2 months. Just want that 30 so bad. It's there. I just always miss one shot. Lens Hill now. All right, focus. Hank, see you. See you, Zach. Okay. Clean through two. Got it. Could just make the chip though. There's no law that says we can't make the chip. Oh, the pain. It's a deep pain, like down in your spleen area. Lumpy. I don't even know what the hell that is. Hmm. I don't think Lumpy will be beating me at the end. Uh, Can't you can't miss that. Alrighty, let's get through this. Sorry, not much left to say. Just trying to get through this round. Already two over. Maybe? No. Why would it? Nothing else is going on tonight. Woof. Woof. Just not at my best. St. Joseph. Coach Teeth. Hmm. It's not far from me. Well, it's not close, but it's in the same state. What a terrible shot. I mean, and then he missed the chip. My God, what a we're gonna play one more after this. We cannot go to bed with this. Yikes. 5 over? Need redemption on that. That was tough. 30 or bust. Either way, we're going to bed after this. Sit. Clean through two. Keep it going. Gotta keep the vibes high. Oof. I don't think this is drivable. Almost always drivable, but this wind, I don't see it. Maybe it is. All right. Wrong and happy. You just give it away on that one. God, I suck at this game. All right, we gotta find one now. That's crazy that you miss it on that. All right, there it is. No one back. I'm going for everything at this point, so have some good ones, have some bad ones. Mine's offset. So this is a glitch in Golden Tee. They're not gonna fix it though. Why would they? You good? Clean through nine. We do a back nine. Well, good luck on this one. Just go right over everything. I had to hit that about 130 and I totally missed it. Go in the water. Attaboy. Just absolutely ruin everything. Alright. It's two strokes for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Just trying to hit a stupid shot. So frustrating. The kind of stuff I gotta clean up though. Mental lapses. Snuck it in the side. Honestly, hoping I miss another shot because I'm gonna be super freaking annoyed if that's the one shot that got me on this round. 68? But there's I don't hit it. Just don't I don't there's something weird going on with thumbs. I don't know if it's like the humidity or what, but I don't hit it 68. Attaboy. Well, I tried. It was not my best night. Thanks to anybody that watched. Catch you next time.